To Spectrum TV News at 4. I am Uyai Aniekan, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look. Postpones National Kekos NEC meeting. Violating its airspace. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. From prosecuting the suspended Adamawa resident Electoral Commissioner Reg Hudu Yunusa Ari over his declaration of Aisha Dahiru after Michael Andaka's son, counsel to Dahiru, moved the ex parte motion to the effect. In the ex parte motion, the APC candidate in the poll in the motion today argued that until the Election Petition Tribunal, the prosecution of Yunusa Ari cannot be said to be valid. In another development, the National Caucus and National Executive Committee scheduled for today and tomorrow was postponed to July 18 and 19th. The shift was announced by APC's numbers engagement as the new chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. He expressed regret over the inconveniences the shift in date might have caused. Nigerian students NANS to henceforth help in monitoring projects executed in various institutions across the country. Executive Secretary of TETFON, Sonny Ekono, gave would in the near future channel more resources to building conducive ones for them. He said students were at the core of any development programs of the new government, hence their interest. Ekono noted that TETFON would like the students to be its eye in. Meanwhile, the National Association of Academic Technologists lead to the dropping out of students from schools. NAT also kicked against the dissolution of universities' governing boards and asked the federal government to reinstate the dissolved board's executive council meeting in Abuja. The union argued that the dissolution, fair contracts and project documentation, as well as laboratory facilities for practicals, as the new chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Tinubu, who succeeds President Emergence, was announced at the 63rd Ordinary Session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS to bear the responsibility of the office and run an inclusive administration.
Coup after coup, West Africa's president. So the European Union, take it up. It's a form of government. We also a bulldog. And I pledge to you, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving a surprise package. We work collectively integration of West Africa. That our people
in a related development, on his election as the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, coming at a time when the ECOWAS region was positioning its members, the Nasima president stressed the need to address high cost of transportation and corruption. Individuals and groups obstructing development projects with hurriedly erected and illegal structures, compensation on duly certified structures. Governor Eno gave the warning where he, accompanied by his wife, Pastor Patience Eno, worshipped the indiscriminate upsurge of unwarranted structures on roadsides of the unsolicited buildings to dismantle them with immediate effect. He therefore directed local government council chairmen across the state to make available 100 hectares of land in their as enunciated in the Arise agenda of his administration. Government House correspondent Jane Owa reports that High Point would on the state first lady Phoebe, I beg your pardon, Pastor Patience Eno, to strengthen her in his supportive role to the first family. Meanwhile, motorists and Sector Commander Kwame of State Command FRSC CC marking the dangers involved in the use of one-way, identified some penalties.
Traffic lights in Akwa Ibom State. On the average, we need to be fair about states, especially within your metropolis. That is to the best of our knowledge. As to road signs, obedience to road signs too. To some extent, from a bit of an observation. So we have few people, let me just say few people, not majority anyway. We still observe few people drive against the traffic. It is seen that anyone that is driving against the traffic, there are questions that one may raise. He said that individual they are in a hurry, or you can also raise a question that someone that is driving against the traffic, is this individual, his level of sanity needs to be reviewed. That maybe this calls for some questions.
Said that he would take a third term as the oil-rich African nation's head of state. Reports say Bongo took over from his father Omar Bongo Odinma, the country's ruler, for 500 more votes than rival Jinping, who claimed the election had been fixed. Recall that in April, the Gabonese parliament voted to amend the constitution and reduce the president. Still in Africa, officials from across East Africa have reportedly arrived in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa in the latest effort to mediate between the warring to send representatives to the summit. But the Sudan's military leader Abdel al-Burhan had said that he would. On the foreign scene, U.S. Mauritania reports says Biden visits to further strengthen close relationship with Britain and also to discuss issues surrounding climate change. The visit, according to reports, is their first meeting since the monarch's coronation in early May. Spy planes violating its airspace and condemned Washington's plan to deploy a nuclear state has intensified espionage activities beyond the wartime level, with provocative flights made by U.S. spy aircraft over 8 straight days this month, and one reconnaissance plan started past incidents when Pyongyang shot leader Kim Jong-un's powerful sister Kim Jong-un, said that a U.S. spy aircraft had gone directly to U.S. reconnaissance activities outside of the country's exclusive economic zone, but warned that it would take decisive action if the U.S. military crosses its maritime military demarcation line. DSG, stay with us for details after this time out. Thanks for staying tuned, and now to the rest of the news stories. On our business news, the federal government has said that the volume of premium is 11.26 billion litres. Data obtained from the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in Abuja showed that between January 1 and May 28, 2023, the report noted that the average consumption for the 148-day period was put at 66.9 million litres, indicating the country consumed an average of 66.9 million litres of petrol daily during the 5-month period, June 28, 2023, which was described as the post-deregulation period. The total petrol consumption across the country was 1.36 billion litres, while the average daily consumption was put at 48.43. Data released by the National Bureau of Statistics, 28 states failed to attract capital importation in the first quarter: Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo and Niger witnessed capital inflows in the period under review, followed by Abuja at $410.27 million and Akwa Ibom $5.21 million. The NBS disclosed that there was a 28% decrease in total capital importation when compared. The Association of Resident Doctors has said it will embark on an indefinite strike if the federal government fails to meet its demands on or before July 19, 2023. The president of NARD, Dr. Emeka Orji, disclosed this in an exclusive interview with Newsman. Recall the agreement it reached with the association when it embarked on a 5-day warning strike from May 17 to 21, 2023. The association had signed a memorandum with the Dental Council of Nigeria to discontinue the downgrading of the membership certificate issued by the West African postgraduate medical and surgical colleges and the immediate payment of all salary arrears, implementation of the consolidated medical salary structure, new hazard allowance, and domestication of the Association of Community Pharmacists in Nigeria have expressed worries over the increasing drug surge in the country, saying infiltrators and quads have taken over its distribution channels, a threat to the health of the citizens. In a statement jointly signed by the chairman Wale Oladimbolu and the secretary Ambrose Eze, the association said the challenges of medicine security. Also stated that the federal government must activate some of the specific provisos immediately in consonance with listing drug matters as item 21 of part 1 in the second schedule of the exclusive 2023 African Under-21 Nations Women's Volleyball Championship Zone 3 in Niamey, Niger Republic. Nigeria defeated Ghana 3-0 in the finals to clinch the title. Reports say the team is expected to return to Nigeria later today. Still in sport, on Real Madrid should he leave the Parisians in the future. According to Smith, it is extremely unlikely for Mbappe to join Arsenal from his captain's contract with PSG will expire in 2024. On our entertainment news, the Threads app launched by Inside said today, smashing the record of AI tool ChatGPT for the phone app. TikTok took 9 months. Instagram itself took 200 countries late on Wednesday, though it is not available in Europe because parent company Meta is unsure how to navigate the European Union's technical failures since Elon Musk bought the platform last year and sacked thousands of staff. Meanwhile, several rivals have emerged. Still on entertainment, Nigerian singer Davido is currently the Credit Union One Arena, Chicago, as he did an impressive rendition of several of his hit songs. Hit single unavailable at the 2023 BET Awards, and will be extending the energy to his next stop in Boston, where he will be performing at the MGM Music Hall. At social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 4.